Pow! And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And welcome back to another spontaneous episode of Turtles and Tea. I told you we would be back pre-San Diego Comic-Con, and we are here in the usual Legends and Liquor spot. So as I said, if anyone's joining us this casual Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, wherever you are on the planet, we appreciate you live here on YouTube or on the replay crew. Again, we're just here to talk some Turtle toy news, as me and Tanner have got a little bit to catch up on, and then lots of speculation to go for San Diego Comic-Con, as, to be honest, after Marvel Legends, Neca Turtles is always my next favourite sort of section of reveals. Neca always have an epic display. So we will be talking San Diego Comic-Con exclusives and predictions on today's stream. We're going to go through all the exclusives that have been announced in the world of Turtles from all the different companies, and then get into some San Diego Comic-Con wants, predictions, whatever it may be. But you know I cannot do it on my own. I've got the Turtlist co-host. It is, of course, Super Turk 5000 himself. It is Tanner. Tanner, welcome.
Hello, hello, hello. It feels like forever since we've done one of these. I was very close to busting out into song and doing Eminem's Guess Who's Back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a mixed bag of a weekend, but I'm glad I'm here to talk Turtles with you today.
Yeah, Tanner's referring to the Euros that are currently happening in the UK. England just got through the quarterfinals via a penalty shootout, and in mine and Tanner's generation of life, that's not something that usually happens. Like, this is a new thing for us. England never win penalty shootouts until the sort of Southgate era, I suppose. So that was great news. But then, unfortunately, Turkey, they went 1-0 up against the Dutch, and it was so close to being a Turkey-England semi-final, which I think for Tanner would have been amazing, right? Who would you have wanted to win that one?
You know what? I think with regards to that, either way, whoever would have won, I would have been happy going in to support it. I think the Turks may have
Yeah,
edged it
the
a
underdog.
little bit.
Yeah, as the underdog, I
The
get that.
Turks may have edged it a little bit, but either way, if it came down to that semi, I would have been happy no matter who won.
Yeah, yeah. So at least, again, at least one of your teams is still in it, and I for one, am very
Hmm.
happy. I was supporting Turkey the whole way through. For Tanner, of course, they played really well. They can leave the competition with their heads held high. But anyway, this isn't a Euros stream. This is Turtle stream. We have been waiting months to talk some Turtles, so that's what we're going to do. As I said, lots of tour news to catch up on. So first, let me just jump to the chat real quick. Again, not expecting too many people here today, but I do appreciate the people that are popping in on this Sunday afternoon. Damien straight away with the channel membership token. Thank you very much. Showing love for 33 months. That is impressive, Damien. I appreciate that. He says, anybody lucky with the Amazon Technodrome re-release? Now, we will discuss this shortly. I think one of us on this stream has got a pre-order in. The other one is waiting. So we will discuss, Damien. We will discuss. It's on our list today for sure. But I can see Tac Tac in the chat. Shout out as always to Tac Tac for sharing on Instagram. Kevin Beatty says Turtle Power or it's Shredder Sunday. Either way, it's another Turtles tea. Yes, absolutely. Although none of us are drinking tea today. I know there's an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
I've got a Koppelberg.
I'm just drinking water, basically.
He's a healthy man. He's a healthy
Yeah.
man. I'm not. So I'm drinking my Koppelberg. It just feels right. It just feels right. Streaming and Koppelberg. Who else we got in the cut? Queen Comics, who's probably not in the comic shop today, as it probably shut. Or maybe it is open, I don't know. He said, greetings and pow, my friend. Streaming you live from the comic shop across the pond. Always great way to spend the day here on a Sunday. Cheers. Of course he opens on a Sunday. People need to buy their comics on the weekend. Shout out Queen Comics and everybody in the radius of the TV screen over there across the pond. Hello, hello. Always crazy to read that. Compulsive Collector John's in the chat. Home Dude, James says, what's up, fellas? Christopher Allen, hello. Master Splinter himself has came to join us.
We have a celebrity in the building, Master Splinter.
What an absolute pleasure. Your boy's got toys as well, is here, with the best turtle emoji ever. It is the only turtle emoji option you have, to be fair to everybody, but it is still a great turtle nonetheless. We will be probably inviting a few guests on a little bit later today to talk about San Diego Comic-Con prediction. So as long as you're a turtle guy, do you know what I mean, and you want to come on and talk some turtles, then we'll have a few guests on at the end of the stream. All right, so make sure you stick around. But as I said, me and Tanner have got a lot to talk about because this year is the 40th anniversary of the Turtles. So let's just start here, Tanner, all right? Let's just start here. The picture's already been shown. We've knew about these for a while, but now we have the pretty promotional, like, in-hand pictures. Thankfully, they weren't taken on a potato like some of the leaks this week, which we will discuss. But these are the 40th Turtles. So this is Playmates doing a sort of revamped version of their original Turtles. They've got more articulation, textured detail, more accessories. They've got a stand as well. I think that the base connects together. So they're just a tribute to where it all started from Playmates, if you will. So I'm just curious on your thoughts on these. Like, initially, I thought these were probably a miss for me. But then looking at them and seeing what they represent, I'm thinking, do you know what? Maybe I will get a set of these and they can just sit on card if I never open them. And they still look pretty good in the box. So what are your thoughts on these now we've got some in-hand photos?
You know, when it first initially came out, I thought it was a good idea because they were doing the exact same thing with the original Sketch Tales, which came out a few months ago, right?
Yeah.
But the only thing that's kind of put me off on these, because they remind me of the Playmates days, is the skin texture. It looks a little bit too bobbly, a little bit too texturous. They went full ham with it, which is good, but I think it's a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, they've definitely got texture on the skin, which obviously the Playmates original Turtles never had. So in Playmates' eyes, that's them adding more texture and more detail. But to the eye, I don't know how. Like, I'll probably hold off until I get it in hand. But I agree that probably would have been something I'd stayed away from. But if you didn't give them the texture, they would have been very similar to the Ultimates. Not as big as the Ultimates, granted, but they would have looked very similar, as they both are tributes to the exact same thing. So maybe the texture on the skin just sort of makes them lean a little bit further away from what the Ultimates were. I know some people are complaining that the Donatello and the Leonardo heads are the wrong way round compared to the original releases, which, again, is a small detail, but I appreciate I would have appreciated it if that was correct. So that is a little niggly thing. Also, lots of extra weapons. Like, look at that massive weapon Leonardo has. Or where's Wesley? I was zoomed in on his knees. This massive weapon, like,
it looks like one of those Star Trek Klingon axe things. Yeah,
I get in Playmates' mind, it's added value, it's extra accessories, they're giving you a little bit more. But in my, like, for me, and I think I'm just talking again, I can only talk for myself, but I would assume that the community feels the same way. I would have rather have not had inaccurate, weird accessories that I'm never going to use, and replaced it with, like, maybe an alternative head or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like what would you have rather? That weird little sword accessory thing, or a different head with a different expression?
I think different heads, different hands even as well. We got the gripping hands, maybe some fists, some chop hands. I think we've been spoiled by Neca a little bit too much with all the different types of hands we get here with us saying this. But I think instead of these extra weird weapons, I know the old push knife wrap, because the original one came with it, is fine. Yeah. But I just think this is a little bit. They're trying too hard.
And his pickaxe. Remember when he came with his pickaxe and hammer? Look, again, it's added value in the box. Let's be honest. They're there as just an incentive and as an extra. But again, if I was being picky, like Tanner said, I think we've been spoiled with the other companies these days, giving us more display options. But I think I'm in these anyway. So again, this whole year has been the 40th anniversary of the Turtles. Playmates are getting in on the party, and they're doing a lot of re-releases as well. So we will come back around to Playmates. But again, me and Tanner today are catching up with the Turtle news. We're going to go through all of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives that have been revealed for all of the companies in regards to Turtles. We're probably not going to do like pops and weird stuff that when we ourselves are not interested in, but anything regarding action figures, we will discuss it today. But we're just backtracking on some of the news. And since the last Turtles and Tea, we have had now the new Ultimates line. So I think this is Ultimates Wave 12, I think. And it's the whole wave. Thankfully, Super 7 are doing it correctly this time. They're not making us wait. They're not drip feeding us a turtle a wave and they're going to make us wait a year just to get a whole team in hand. They're doing it correctly, which I think Super 7 need to start doing, considering their pre-orders being cancelled here, there, and everywhere. But anyway, these have been highly anticipated from the community. This is like the next generation of Turtles after the original cartoon. This is a lot of people's like gateway to the Turtles. If you're a little bit younger than me and Tanner, this is your gateway. But again, even people our age can appreciate these, because if you're a Turtle fan, of course, in our teens, we were curious where the Turtles were going, and this was on like Nickelodeon and stuff like that. So these are the Super 7 Ultimates 2003 Turtles, and Brian Flynn is making a big deal of double jointed articulation, because in his words, the kids that collected these as the people that collected these as a kid would expect double jointed articulation, even though the original figures didn't have double jointed articulation. Not that it matters, it's just weird terminology that he uses. Anyway, Tanner, finally these have been shown after they were teased or talked about for a long time. Now we have the pictures. What are your thoughts? I know you were eager to see these. Did they live up to the hype? What do you think?
I think they do. I think they've included quite a lot with this, and they have the aesthetic down. I do like that they've now converted to the double jointed arms, double jointed knees. You can get better posability going as well. And with regards to this iteration of the Turtles, it's quite possibly my favorite version of the cartoon anyway. So I like this cartoon because it mirrors the old Mirage comic books. So I'm all for this. I've already pre-ordered this. I do like the extra added heads that come with this. I'm kind of I say disappointed that we in the UK, unless you order directly from the Super 7 website, we aren't getting those extra heads. Yeah. However, I don't think there's enough difference with some of these heads to what we're actually given to warrant that much FOMO. I think with Raph's one, with Donnie's one, they don't look too much different. I think the only one that looks different is Mikey's. But it's a case of... I'm just glad these have finally been revealed. They're looking good. And I myself have thrown in a pre-order for them as well.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So if what Tanner's referring to is this little extra pack of heads. You will only get this if you pre-order them direct from Super 7, which is all well and good, but when you're international like us, that means you're paying extra for shipping, it means you're paying import taxes, it just makes them very expensive. So it would be nice for Super 7 to throw the UK a bone and like ship these with the distribution to like Comics and Cocktails or something like that, do you know, like wherever it may be. But yeah, so that's a little bit frustrating. But like Tanner was referring to, every turtle already comes with an alternative head anyway, so you still have display options with every single turtle. They have got the aesthetic down very much so. My turtle love is definitely nostalgic driven, so my favorite, like, I completely agree that the stories and the cartoon itself was probably better in the 2000s compared to the 1987 one, but I just can't help but my nostalgic love fuel that so much for that I'd watch that even though I know it probably doesn't hold up. To be fair, I watched the Turtle cartoon.
I think it.
And think it does. It does all right. You know what I mean? I don't sit there and go, "Oh, this doesn't hold up." I think, nah, it's just a fun kids cartoon. It's fine.
Yeah. I think with the cartoons of that era, you generally have the whole weekly episode, none of them linked, and it just carries on week after week. It's good. It's good because they have the same nothing. But the thing is, nothing carries over. With the movie, I'm going to compare it to the MCU. You want that link between the movies, and these cartoons have that link as it carries on a larger story, basically.
Yeah, no, I like them. I think I will get them as a, like that represent. I've brought all the shout out Mike Hex who helped me get them from the US, but I brought all the re-releases of the Playmates original ones. And I've
got the original 4 because my youngest brother, he was the age where this would have been. We were the age when the 80s cartoon came out, so he would have been this. So he picked up the toys, and I picked up the figures as well. And somebody gifted him a turtle van from when he was younger. So now he's older, he doesn't want it anymore. I've kind of
nicked it.
I've nicked it, yeah, for lack of. I repossessed it. And I just got it rehomed it, yeah, just added it into my collection. So I've got all 4 original turtles. I've got a Shredder, I've got a Foot Soldier, and I've got the turtle band as well.
Archimelia in the chat says this cartoon is great. Mike Hex says high five to JC. Master Splinter says yes, this is Wave 12. And Craig's .nostalgic.collection says, are these Super 7? Yes, Craig, they are absolutely Super 7. Wave 12 Ultimates, all 4 turtles. Now, do you think they're going to continue giving us different characters from this cartoon? Because again, like just like the original Playmates line that they've been doing tributes to, the WoW's deep. Do you know what I mean? They could keep this could be a whole second subline of Ultimates if they wanted to, right? If you could just, since you're a fan of this iteration of the Turtles and you're a fan of this cartoon, if you could pick the next wave of 4 characters for 2003 Turtles to be made in Ultimate form to complement these, and let's just say that's the only ever wave they're going to make, so you need 4 more characters to complement these on your shelf, and that's your collection, what are the characters you'd go for?
So Shredder, definitely one.
Yeah.
Hun, which is a larger leader of the Purple Dragons, 2. I'd make it a full. No, actually, I wouldn't make it a full Villains 4-pack catcher. No, 3 Baxter Stockman, because as the series goes on, with his failings, Shredder punishes him by taking bits of his body parts off until he just becomes a robot powered by a brain in a jar.
Oh, wow.
So you can have multiple iterations of Baxter going through the series. In a pack, just to sort of like update
accessories and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And number 4, probably Casey Jones or something like that.
So not Splinter or April? Are they not big deals?
Splinter, April, they are. But it's just that first season is just there's so much of a well to dip into.
Yeah.
You have a whole variety of waves in which you can pull from, basically. If you want to do a villains for wave, if you want to do a supporting characters for wave, you can do that as well. And the way I think they're going to do it is, one, it's fully dependent on how these sell, but I think they won't just completely cut off the Playmate stuff and go to these. I think they'll do it in alternate waves. So we have 12, which is this. 13 will go back to Playmates, 14 will go to this, 15 Playmates, 16, and so on and so on.
Yeah, I get that. I think that's fine. I am curious to see if they continue with the Playmate stuff. I know they got into a little bit of trouble. Well, not trouble, but I know there was issues with Rat King and stuff, which seems to be sorted. So maybe at Comic-Con we find out more from Super 7. But from my memory, Super 7 don't really do a lot of reveals at Comic-Con, do they? They usually show off a big item, but they don't do like wave announcements or anything like that, do they? So
yeah, they normally focus on the waves that they have already announced, if I remember from past displays.
Last year they had they always have a themed store. They always rent out a store and they just turn it into a theme. Last year it was G.I. Joe based. I think this year it is going to be Pizza Mikey, so we'll talk about that in a second. But first, your boys got toys. Says I'm still waiting for a really good shredder. Damn you, SHS concept teasers. Yeah, that's SH Figure Arts teased the shredder a long time ago to accompany the 4 turtles that never came out, I don't think. So I've got Mikey down here somewhere actually. Where is he? There he is. So this year's Super 7 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for Turtles is Mikey, or Pizzeria Mikey, if you will. So he comes in a pizza box called Mikey's, and it's basically the ultimate Michelangelo with a pizza, some pizza slices. Apparently all 4 pizza slices have a different flavour or different topping, I've been told, even though 2 of them look like they're just pepperoni there, and a different head, apron, hat. Now Tanner, you have gone pretty deep into the well of Ultimate Super 7s, even to the fact of getting all the glow-in-the-dark versions. I think you've got the Raph in Disguise as well, which is a Big Bad Toy Story exclusive. Yeah. Are you getting this, or do you want this?
You know what? It's kind of like it's a cash grab. I'll call it what it is. It's definitely a cash grab. But it's kind of like, you know, that episode of The Simpsons where Malibu Stacy has a new hat. Yeah. Oh, it's a brand new hat on Malibu Stacy. Yeah. It's Mikey in a brand new hat and an apron. Yeah, got to pick it up. So it depends how easy. Me picking this up will depend on how easy it is to pick it up. If they put it on their website, then yeah, like all the other exclusives, I will more than likely pick it up. But it's dependent on how easy it is to get. If I don't get it, then I don't get it. It is what it is. But I would like to add it into the collection as well.
I like these type of exclusives because, like, especially for us being international, sometimes the desirable exclusives are frustrating because we're just as passionate as the guys from across the pond, and like we just sometimes have that barrier of not being able to get these things just because we live the other side of the planet. So I like these type of exclusives where they're just fun. They're just like, they're there if you like. If you don't get this, it doesn't feel like you're missing something from your collection. Like it's Michelangelo. It's just a fun variant of Michelangelo. But is it essential to your collection? No, of course not. Because there are other versions. We've got Surfer Mike. We've got the other Ultimate Mike. Now we've got the 2003 Mikey. So like, you don't need this in your collection. But would it be fun? Would it be a fun addition? Of course it would. So again, it's like the right type of exclusive. So I don't mind it at all. It undoubtedly is a fun looking figure. I like the packaging. Super 7 always do a pretty good job with the packaging, to be fair. So yeah, we shall see how it gets released in the UK. Again, not really any details yet, but I'm assuming this will be in hand in San Diego this month. That's usually how their exclusives go. Just jumping back to the chat for a second regarding the 2003 Turtles. Strident says, you're mistaken, Dan. These are from 4Kids, not Nick. We never had 4Kids in America. It was we had Fox Kids, Nickelodeon.
It was Fox Kids, so yeah it was on Fox Kids. Yeah. I do remember ITV also used to show it as well.
Yeah, so yeah, technically, it was on Fox Kids, I think, in the here in the UK, but we never had 4Kids. That wasn't a channel we had for sure. Okay. Let's keep going through this turtle news then. So let's jump to Neca then. So we were all waiting. Tanner, basically, every time Neca was started to reveal one of their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, Tanner would share it with me on Instagram. And each time we were like, it's not the turtle one. It's not the turtle one. And like we knew they were saving the turtle one for last. And this is the reason why. Because we now have the Peter and Led turtles finally. Like, you don't have to spend an absolute bomb to get the Mondo statues. You can now have these original sketch turtle designs. A piece of turtle history, if you will. Like, I just love what these represent. Like, I don't feel like The limit on these were 4. Like these are, by the way, since now these have already come and gone. They were on the Neca store. They've come and gone. They sold out very quick each day. By the way, very quick. Me and Tanner.
Oh, the fourth day, I think it lasted quite a bit longer than the first 3 days.
Still not long though, I don't think. So I was watching Mad Hatter and Nostalgia Unboxed, and it didn't last very long on any of the days. Because these are a hot oil. Me and Tanner, as soon as these got revealed, me and Tanner were like, oh shit, these are going to be hard to get because it's a piece of history. Like, just think, 2 guys just sat in the living room one day and were just joking around about the name Ninja Turtles and drew some Ninja Turtles. And like, they had no idea what it would turn into, and it all started from these 2 sketches. So like, I don't need 4 of these because there was never 4 originally. It's just a piece of history for the shelf that I am very happy to own. So yeah, let me flip through these pictures as I go to Tanner. So Neca, fully articulated. They look big and impressive as well. Like, one of them's like 8 inches. So to be fair, like, I think the people that have the Mondos or recently have spent a lot of money on the Mondos may be a little bit mad at these because these are going to be more posable, more display options, more accessories. Like, as a toy collector, I think these are more desirable than the versions that Mondo have gave us in the past. So, like, and I'm going to be able to, like, I've got these purchased. I'm going to own these, so I am very happy. So what do you think now the full reveal is here?
So with these, for anyone that's been a long-time viewer of the show, would know both the Mondo version and the Bottleneck Gallery version of these characters were my grails. And I wasn't going to spend stupid amount of money on them. So as soon as these were announced, I'm like, thank God. I thank God purely because of the fact that I can, like yourself, I can add these pieces of history into my collection and not have to pay a stupid amount for it. I do like the fact that they've given us all 4 weapons and also different display options, but I will probably have mine displayed as the initial drawings, just as that piece of history.
Of course, I'm the same. Whatever that original sketch looked like, I'm even going to try and pose it that exact same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do like the lenticular box it comes with as well. They've gone full ham for the SDCC exclusive with the lenticular box based on Kevin Eastman's drawings. I think with these revealed, I may have a prediction if we go into it as to something that may be announced for the Mirage line. When we go into it, I may reveal it later. But yeah, I'm all in for these. I've got one coming, like yourself, Dan. And these will take pride and joy in the place of my collection.
Again, for anyone, like, I'm sure people watching Turtles and Tea like are well aware of what these are, but like Eastman and Laird, again, the originators of the Ninja Turtles, like the co-creators, this is their original concept designs for the Turtles. Both of them were unique. Eastman, I think, was first with the Turtle, and then Peter Laird did his. So like, it's just a piece of history. It's about what they represent, and like, having an epic turtle collection, I feel like you just need this slice of history. Like, you can just put it next to any turtle collection you've got, and it's just what it represents. And yeah, again, people have definitely brought 4 of them so they could display 4 with each set of weapons. Of course they have. That's why their limit was 4. That's why they'll give you the 4 weapons. Neca are not stupid. They like money. They know what you wanted to do, and they gave you the option to do that. I've brought 2, one to open and one to keep on card. Just, I don't know, for a rainy day, for an emergency. I don't know. Like, I just needed these, and like the packaging, it's hard to show on these images, but yeah, like, it's linked it here, so it goes from black and white to color, right?
Yeah, it does indeed. And like yourself, I also picked up 2, but as soon as they announced the limit would be 4, I know in our little NECA group chat we've got going, we were all shitting ourselves thinking, yeah. All right, do I just go for the safe option of 1? Do I try and get 2? I don't think any of us wanted 4. I think me and you wanted 2. Jay and Tom maybe wanted one.
Tom got done with FOMO. So Jay
Yeah.
panicked. Jay missed out on day one. He even recorded a video about it. Go and check out Jay's Toy Collection UK to see his video of not buying turtles. But he did get on second day. I did say he could have my second set if he missed out, by the way, because I'm a nice guy. But thankfully he got them, because I would have shed a tear if that was the case. And then Tom was quiet all for 3 days, not saying a word. And then on the third day was like, "Yeah, I got them," because it's what they represent. Like the figures themselves are really cool as well. Like highly articulated, really nice texture. The colours pop. They're big and chunky. There's a couple of videos online already. I think Pixel Dan's got some. Veebs have got some. So they're out there if you want to have a closer look. But
I think Toy Shiz has them as well.
Of course,
so,
of course he has. I don't know what Toy Shiz has them. He's a good guy. So again, I'm excited for them. Like so far my favourite San Diego exclusive across anything we've seen so far in regards to reveals. Really like them. As I said, it's about what they represent people. If you're a Turtle fan, it's just have these in your collection. Honestly, it'll be worth it. You'll regret if you don't get them. But the Eastman and Laird Turtle 2-pack.
Well, the sale you're putting on now is a little bit too late. I don't think they're available now unless you're actually going to the con.
They're in hand at the con, so if you go in San Diego, you can get them. I don't know if out of the 40 plus people here is anybody's going to San Diego. I'd be curious to know. It's an expensive trip, and we spend too much money on toys, so it's an issue. But they do occasionally, which they did last year, do a couple of random flash sales. Remember, they did one after San Diego for like the stock that never sold and stuff like that now. So I think there still may be an opportunity for you to get these at some point. They could even do a black and white version down the road, which I don't think I'd want. Like, I don't think I'd need the black and white version, even though they would be more accurate to the original sketch. So I'll think about that another day. But very happy with these.
Yeah, I don't think I'll go for the black and white set. This will be my first Turtle iteration, because for my collection, and they look beautiful. They look great. They've even got the little turtle penises, as certain people like to allude to, with the tails.
You dirty perverts. I never even thought about it, but you're not wrong.
Yeah, but it's a case of, the history, what these represent mean they have to be picked up.
Shout out Adam Batman Moran, who says he's going to watch on the replay. This is a test to see if he actually does, all right? Write in the comments below, I'm Adam Batman Moran, and I watched Turtles and Tea, all right? Write that in the comments if you did actually come back and watch the replay, all right? I appreciate that. That was a test. We're going to find out, Tanner, if he was lying to us. Your Boy's Got Toys says, all 4 weapons included, they totally copied the Hasbro Deadpool 2-pack, which was last year's San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. You're right, they absolutely did. They copied the Deadpool and Agent Bob 2-pack from last year, which did include all 4 Turtle weapons. California Red Devil says, don't know why everybody needs a team of these guys. They are tributes to a sketch, prototypes, not a team. I actually agree with California Red Devil on this occasion. I may not agree with him on his favourite turtle, but I do agree with him there.
Or football team.
That's very true. I try and ignore his little emoji picture there. But no, I agree in regards to it's a tribute to these original sketches. You don't need to build a team of 4 of these. But remember, it's your collection. You create the rules. You can do what you want. It's your collection. It's your money. Spend it how you wish. All right, let's keep going. All right, next up, Tanner might have to take this one because this is Loyal Subjects. They're continuing doing IDW Turtles, and they've got 4 Turtle exclusives for San Diego Comic-Con. 4. So go through. You're going to take it away on these, Tanner, because I'm not too familiar. So who have we got here first?
We got Jenica the Fifth Turtle, who is with. I believe this is the battle ready version. They've already got on pre-order a non. Well, I don't know what the difference is here because the pictures aren't that great. They've already got a Jenica already on pre-order to the UK. That I may pick up. It may just be a different deco with regards to this one because I believe the non-deco one had a lighter attire as opposed to the black attire this one comes with. So that's the main difference there. So it's the Fifth Turtle. If you're a fan of the IDW series, Jenica is a good addition to it. They've also introduced Venus as well. So for anyone who likes the next mutation, Venus has been added in and is canon to that series as well. I may pick up the normal Jenica because I've got the Turtles, I've got Shredder. You got to have a complete team.
Okay.
As much as these figures, this line vexes me at times.
Because every time,
Um,
for the record, if you've watched Turtles on T, every time Tanner gets one of these figures, they break in his hand. They just crumble in
yeah,
his hand.
yeah, yeah. So it's a case of I don't think I'll get the SDCC version of this, but I will get the normal version of it. They've also got, moving on to the next one, Dark Leonardo. So this is from the City Full storyline, in which Leonardo was captured by the Shredder and brainwashed to being his tuning, which is his number two. He's general
He's
in
right
effect.
hand man, essentially.
So
Yeah.
he's right hand man. He's general to lead his army. So this was a big story in which Leo got captured and he turned evil
All
in
the
effect.
red. Looking at him with all the red, your brain does go to Raph, doesn't it? But no, it's Leonardo.
Yeah, it's Leo. So I want this just because of what it represents. I do like that City Full storyline, and even after the City Full storyline, and this kind of this character got integrated as the dark personality of Leo, in which you can channel and access at certain points as well, because it does get quite mystical towards the end of the series. So again, it's a running character. I would like it in my collection because of what it represents.
Yeah, cool.
With regards to this.
Okay, next
So
up.
next we got a Shredder and Miss. So this Shredder, we've already got two versions of Shredder. We got Shredder in now, the bad guy version of Shredder. I believe this version of Shredder, the Dreamer, is when Shredder comes back to life, and then starts to train the Turtles to get ready for the Rat King's Armageddon game. So this is sort of like a resurrected, trying to redeem himself version of the Shredder. I've already got a Shredder. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's trying to redeem himself. Okay. So he's making amends with the Hamato clan of the Turtles and Jenica of what he's done before, and just trying to. Because the story is a long story as to why he needs to feel like he gets redeemed, but it's a case of the circumstances of him coming back, and he feels he needs to redeem himself.
I like how you get an unmasked head, which is
it's
not something you usually get with Shredder, so I like that.
Yeah.
Then we get a 2-pack.
Yes. So we have Donatello and Metalhead. So for anyone who read the comics, there was a certain period in the comics in which this made mainstream news, in which Bebop and Rocksteady literally almost left Donnie for dead. They smashed his shell with a sledgehammer and left him for dead.
Can't believe it.
And the way he was able to survive whilst his body recovered due to the mutagen, he transferred his consciousness into Metalhead. So for a little while, Metalhead was Donnie, a robot version of Donnie. And then when Donnie's body recovered, the consciousness went back. But Metalhead also became sentient and just turned evil after that.
Oh, no.
But this is turned evil after that. And again, it's a good character progression for Metalhead.
In the box as well.
Yeah, so like you can do. So like the Neca one gives us the whole extensions, the Hoover extensions, other weapon accessories. This also comes with that as well. Because so I think, as much as I'd like the Metalhead, I don't think I need another Donnie. I'm sorry if that offends you, Dan. I know he's your guy.
Not at all. I like. You've sold me on this 2-pack now, just because it's a Donnie centric 2-pack. So I like it.
Yeah. So let's see how easy this will be when it comes out, and then maybe I'll pick up Metalhead.
Yeah, for the UK people, do we have any idea on where we would get Loyal Subjects exclusives from? Like, is there even an opportunity for us to get them?
So from what I've noticed, the only place that stocks the Loyal Subjects is the whole shebang.
Okay.
But I don't know if they haven't had the SDCC exclusives before. So I don't know how we would get these in the UK. Because I don't think they're made available on a website at all to us.
Anyone in
Please,
anyone in the
correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah, anyone in the chat know how we would get these in the UK? Like, if me and Tanner actually wanted to give loyal subjects some money, how would we make this purchase? Again, this is like the pros and cons of exclusives, like I was talking about earlier. Sometimes being in the UK, they're just not even made available to us, so it's can be frustrating. So, as much as we moan about Neca sometimes, we appreciate that they have the Neca store and we can get stuff that we actually want. So take the good and the bad for sure. So okay, so there's our loyal subjects exclusives. Let's just keep going through the total news, and I'll highlight any of the San Diego exclusives as we go through. This next one isn't a San Diego exclusive, but it is an exclusive. It's a Mezco exclusive. So it got revealed last week, I think. So this is Casey Jones, Mezco Casey Jones 112, of course, which I think will be the perfect accompanying piece to a nice 4-pack of turtles that one of us on the stream don't own. Guess which one it is. Because I'm still mad at Tanner sent me a link for these, by the way, the other day. And how much was the link you sent me for, Tanner? Like £500 or £600?
500. No, it didn't hit 600. I think it was 545. I
can't spend £500 on 4 turtles. I love the turtles, you know I do, but I cannot do it. But he does look very good compared to Raphael there. So Tanner, I'll throw it to you, considering you do have the Mirage Turtle Full Pack from Mezco. Are you in on this, Casey Jones?
I am in on this, Casey Jones. So I may have done something foolish, though, with regards to this Casey Jones, because when it was initially revealed and went up for pre-order on the Mezco website, I thought, oh yeah, let me throw in a pre-order. I managed to get a pre-order for it, all sorted. But the shipping for it was $40. A lot more than I was wanting to pay for it. And then one of the UK stores, Kapow, mentioned that, oh, we're going to get these in here. Stock is coming soon. So it's so what I did there was cancelled the one I had with Mezco, the guaranteed one. Yeah. And I'm waiting for Mezco for Kapow to get theirs in, to get it from there. Hopefully, because the shipping will be a lot cheaper, whether or not it will be integrated into the final price. But I've now had a horrifying thought. Afterwards, I had a horrifying thought in the back of my head and saying that, why did I give up a guaranteed Casey?
Yeah. You could have sold it as well. You would have been able to make your money back would have been easy.
I think I wasn't thinking properly with regards to that.
As much as we like Kapow, shout out Kapow, and you could use your Kudanhu Kapow discount as well, by the way. It's always, like, as you said, there's always that, like, Mezco could just cancel their shipment to Kapow and it's no one's fault. It just doesn't happen.
Pretty much.
So, we just hopefully, fingers crossed then.
Crossed.
Kapow get it and you can get it over here in the UK.
Fingers crossed.
It does look like the perfect accompanying piece. I'm not the biggest fan of soft goods on this scale of action figure. That's why I avoid Mezco. Some are better than others, granted. But I do think he complements the turtles really well here. Again, do you like what you get? Do you like the sort of loadout that he comes with?
I think the loadout he comes with looks brilliant. It looks really, really good. He does accompany those turtles perfectly. And if you look at all the pictures, there's possibly some teases to some Foot Clan members as well, because you got Casey Jones and Raph fighting members of the Foot Clan, so that could be coming afterwards. I think he does look good. The one thing I would have included that I'm very surprised they didn't include is an unmasked mask, a loose mask. Because they've given us a unmasked head. They've given us a battle damaged mask. They've given us a normal look. They could have just given us that mask as well, just sort of like to hang off his hockey bag if he's just not heroing and he's just going out to maybe
I get that.
Play some sports or whatever.
I'm the same as you. If you're going to give us the unmasked Casey Jones head, give us a separate mask as well so we can hold it. Yeah, I like that little detail. I see what you're saying. But he does look great next to the turtles. He scales nice next to them as well.
I like the tracksuit bottom look he's got. The t-shirt looks really, really cool. The cropped up t-shirt. It reminds me a lot of the Neca Mirage one. The jean jacket. Yeah, I think it'll look cool. I think it looks cool. Everything looks cool. The I do like the fact that they've given us the battle damage head, in which nobody else has done. So you can have him, for anyone who likes doing their pictures, you can have him mid battle fighting. Yeah, but I think with Mezco, like Neca, they go crazy ham with the accessories, the hands, the weapons, this, that, and the other. Yeah, so I'm all in for this. It's a case of I now have to wait for the UK to get.
Well, we shall see. As I said, fingers crossed, and we will update you if Tanner gets his hands on this Mezco Casey Jones. But that went up for pre-order last week, and it's already gone, as Tanner said. It's already sold out.
Went in 10 minutes, if I remember correctly.
Shout out Jay's Toy Collection UK again, as he did another live purchasing video and didn't purchase something again. Basically, Jay does videos where he just doesn't buy toys. I don't understand the concept that he does on YouTube, but shout out Jay all the same. Let's keep going through my tabs here that we've got up. Back to San Diego Comic-Con now, back to the Originators Playmates, and back to those sketch turtles that Tanner mentioned earlier. So you're probably aware that Playmates have already released and you can buy them right now. Mike Heck, shout out Mike Heck with my pile of loot. He actually has the 4 sketch turtles for me just in storage until I get them shipped over to the UK. But the Playmates San Diego Comic-Con exclusive are the 4 sketch turtles, black and white. So with the red bandana as well, of course. So again, like California Red Devil alluded to earlier, for me the sketch turtles are in Playmate style were a fun concept, don't get me wrong, but I'm happy with the coloured versions. Like, I think they're a fun little concept. The sketch turtles as Playmate toys, how it all started, love it. Don't necessarily think I need the black and white ones, but again, it's an exclusive. It's the perfect place to do something like this. Not essential, it's there if you want it. Interested in this at all, Tanner? Are you interested in getting the coloured versions of these?
I want to get the coloured versions, so it's a case of it's what they represent, the original sketch turtles 4-pack. So I do want to get them. They are made quite available quite easily in the UK. A couple of websites have them.
Oh,
Forbidden Planet have them.
Yes, in person at Forbidden Planet. I sent Mike a picture of them on the shelf, going, typical, isn't it? I make you go to a Target and buy me these, and I actually find them in the UK, which is not something I usually do. But that's what they look like in packaging if you want to see them at retail. Again, similar to what we showed earlier with these, they've got the 40 sort of year celebration sticker on. So these are the 40-year Playmate sort of tributes, and then we have the 40-year Sketch Turtles tribute as well, which we have here, and the colour versions there.
I'm not interested in the black and white versions like yourself, but you only need one version of these on the shelf, and I think they will look nice next to the NECA exclusive we've got on as well. But before NECA announced their exclusives, I thought NECA would do this 4-pack, to be totally honest with you.
It was one of the guesses, NECA could do these for sure, but I'm happy with these. Again, they're just a fun little concept in Playmate style, and like Playmates are the originator of the turtle toys. So I'm glad they're still making toys and releasing stuff. So let's just talk about Playmates then for a second, since we are on Playmates. Let me jump screens for a second, because we've already mentioned the Technodrome, but there are some other re-releases coming as well as the Technodrome. So let's go through all of that, because I think I'm all in on it all. Again, my toy purchasing is definitely fueled by nostalgia, and Playmates are definitely hitting that hard, because there you can see there I purchased it on the 1st of June. Like, I've already got my purchase in. It's on Amazon US as well, so I'm paying that extra shipping to get it over here in the UK. So it's $80, but it worked out with UK shipping import, it worked out about £106, which isn't cheap, but it's cheaper than trying to get a Technodrome brand new in box original form, I tell you that much. Now, there are some online pictures right now where the scale's a little bit different. Like, it isn't exact copy of the original Playmates one. They have scaled it down a little bit, but I'm fine with that, because it's not the exact same release. It's a tribute to what the original was. It's about what it represents, and it's a lot more affordable. And also, I'm the type of collector that I don't mind buying stuff on the aftermarket if it's from another collector that's looked after it and it's got all the accessories. But these items were so played with growing up, very rare that you get them complete, you get them in good condition, and if you do find them complete in good condition, you'll be paying an absolute bomb for them. So I am more than content for my own sort of Playmates collection to have this sort of re-release, because it is still an official Playmates Technodrome. It's just the 2024 re-release, and it looks great. Like, again, I've pre-ordered it on Neca because I don't want to take the risk of missing out on this, but Tanner's a little bit more ballsy than me. Tanner, what are you doing?
So I'm playing the waiting game. I haven't got it yet. I would like it because of what it represents. However, I'm waiting for either. So like the Turtle Blimp and the Turtle Van before it, some of the UK stores had it and I got it from there. I'm hoping this happens the same as that, or Amazon UK get their own stock of it, and I will pick it up from there. So far, I've not had the luck of that, but we shall see if that happens going forward. I've got my Technodrome representation right here with the Mega Bloks version as well. So I've got my I would like this to go with it, just again, like what it represents. I'm not sure how I feel about it being scaled down, because you can't fit figures on certain levels complete standing up like you used to be able to. But
I'm probably going to display it closed anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, for me, the Technodrome is what you see in the Turtle cartoon, like at the outro and intro and all of that. Like, it's the big dome with the eye. Like, so for me, if I'm displaying this, like, again, it's got fun play features and stuff as a tribute to the Playmates, but I'm not a kid anymore playing with these toys, unfortunately. It's all about displaying for me and what they represent. So I'm not too bothered about that. But it's a fair point. Like, but again, for vintage collectors or anyone who does have the original, at least they can think to themselves, well, mine's... Like, do you know, sometimes they re-release stuff and it's so close, it's like... It's hard to tell the difference, and it pisses off the people that have the original because it devalues theirs. Well, I don't think this devalues the old one by any means, but then it also gives collectors the opportunity to add a Technodrome to their collection. As we've been talking about, in our last Turtles on Tea, we talked about some of our wants and predictions for 2024, and a Technodrome was mentioned. And this was before Playmates decided they re-released it. So you can go and check the thumbnail for the last Turtles and Tea, as I had this Playmates Technodrome in the thumbnail. So I think I predicted this, to be honest, the re-release from Playmates. I'll take it. But I would still like to see, like, I say I like to see, I wouldn't like to see the price of it, but I would be curious to see if how Super 7 would approach such an item. But Super 7 did the Thundercats layer, which is a big opening castle with the sides. So they could make a dome that opens up, like, I'd like... Yeah. If they did it,
the funny thing about that is that price will probably be stupid price. And you just said earlier, with those Mezco Turtles, I'm not spending that much money on the Mezco Turtles. But you're fine with doing that with the Technodrome.
But if it's a Technodrome, but if it's a Technodrome that complements and is a display item that I can put with the Ultimate Turtles that I already have a hell of a lot of, I've got like 80% of the Ultimate Turtles, then it's a different thing. Those Mezcos they're a standalone item. They're forfeit. Do you know what? It's not a collection, if you know what I mean. It just, do you know what I mean? It's like just 4 items. It's the start of a collection. Where if Super 7 did a Thunderdome, Technodrome, sorry, Thunderdome. That's Fury Mad Max, isn't it? Thunderdome.
Yeah.
But if Super 7 or even Neca did a Technodrome, it would complement the epic collections that I already have. So it's a little bit different, but granted, that'd be just as pricey. Let me bounce back to Playmates then, because again, they're re-releasing the Technodrome, but they're also re-releasing the pizza thrower, which I had as a kid. Like, I genuinely have fond memories of playing with a pizza thrower as a kid. So I want this as well. Like, I'd rebuy all the Playmate stuff. I'm a sucker. I'm the perfect mark for all of this crap. Like, you just re-release it, put it at an affordable price point, brand new in box, so I can put the stickers on myself with all the accessories, because I lost so many pizzas. I think I had like one pizza left as a kid, and I just have to keep reloading with the one pizza because they went under sofas and all over the place. Like, God knows where they ended up. But did you have the pizza thrower as a kid?
I didn't have either of these as a kid, but because now I would pick up the pizza thrower. I'm not sure about the toilet taxi. That hasn't quite done it for me.
I can't remember. If
I don't remember that either.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Do you know what I remember? I remember the toilet roll with the Foot Clan logo on it. Like, because these things, the sculpts of these things was so detailed. Like, the paint never, because they were so cheap with the paint, like, they'd never complement the sculpts. But the sculpts on some of the turtle vehicles back in the day, like, had so many fun little details. The Playmates figures themselves had tons of sculpted detail in the molds, but they just were never painted to sort of highlight any of that. So I think I did had this, but I would have been so young because as the wheels move, those two plungers come out like this as the wheels move. So I think I did have it. I don't remember. I don't think it came with an exclusive Donny back in the day, but it's Donny. It's an exclusive Donny, Tanner. I have to get Donny.
You have to get it. It's Donny. Yeah, exactly.
He actually sits on a toilet seat as well. By the way, people, like, it's. Yeah, I'm in on both of these. But in the UK, they're up for pre-order now on the whole shebang. The only place I've seen them available for order. The only frustrating thing with the whole shebang is that you have to pay up front. There are options to split the payment, of course, but when it comes to pre-ordering just myself, I prefer to put a deposit down than whack everything up front. That's the only thing that makes me hesitant. But if that's the only place to get them, I think they'll be getting an order from me of the pizza thrower. Yeah, pizza. I think I had both of these as a kid, but more memories of the pizza thrower than the turtle taxi. But yeah, I would have been very young, and yeah, again, both of them have the 40th logo anniversary on as well. You can see in the top corner, 40th anniversary, 40th anniversary. So I do think at San Diego Comic-Con, Playmates are going to have a fun display with lots of re-releases this year to celebrate the 40-year anniversary.
And then one thing I will say with regards to the pizza thrower, I think one of my friends or cousins had it, but the bit of nostalgia I have for this with me is with Robot Chicken. They did a skit with the pizza thrower, and it just was. I remember that skit being quite funny, really, really good, because it was like, they installed a pizza oven in it, and it was like hot pizzas they were throwing out, and it was and this, that, and it was just really, really funny. So
I'd play that now if they didn't demonetize us. I'd play that. But the new, if you have the new turtle van from the movie, the new Mutant Mayhem movie, they have the same pizza throwing gimmick in the door. The side door opens up, and it's the same gimmick as this original pizza thrower, where a turtle sits on the top. You put your pile of pizzas in. Honestly, I haven't got any more promo images, unfortunately, but honestly, Google it if you don't know what it is. Fun, nostalgic item. So yeah, I think I'm in on both of them. And also, I've showed off this picture on my Instagram. Playmates have slowly been re-releasing the carded figures as well, like single packed carded figures, and each one of them has the original or has the artwork of the character. So each one is unique with the same artwork as the character in the packaging. Playmates have re-released these lots of times over the years, but sometimes it's like on generic card back where they've all got the same. These are like, they started off as Walmart exclusives, where with the 4 turtles, but then they started getting deeper into the line. So this is all of them that were released so far. And again, shout out Mike for helping me track some of these down, because these are not easy to obtain in the UK. So that's the whole set that has been released so far of the single re-releases on their sort of single card backs. But there are 4 more coming. 4 more coming, and 4 heavy hitters as well, as you've got Casey Jones, Rat King, Slash, and Mutant Man. So these are all for pre-order now on Entertainment Earth. Mike Hex, start looking out for them right now. They probably ain't going to hit all for a while, but I need them. I need them to add to my collection. You can see what I've got so far. I have to continue with the collection. So Playmates are continuing to release, and you'll see what I mean, as in each card back has the artwork of the character. So Casey Jones is the figure, Casey Jones artwork. Rat King figure, Rat King artwork. It's the same. So that's what I'm collecting. So that's the difference between the cards. There are other versions out there, but as I said, single art. So I'm in on any of them. Yeah. They will go perfect with my vehicles. And super chat.
California Red Devil donated $4.99. Donnie comes with a toile. How appropriate.
There's no need for that, is there, California Red Devil? But because it's in the form of a super chat, I have no choice but to thank you for your super chat and your contribution to today's show. He says, Donnie comes with a toilet. or toilette, as Friday read it out and says, how appropriate. Look, maybe he just had a bad Indian or something like that. I don't know. He had a bad dinner.
He had the dodgy pizza slice.
And he had a dodgy pizza slice, and he also needed to get somewhere. All right, it was an invention of convenience for Donatello. He didn't want to cancel his plans, but he needed to go. You know what I mean? Like go and go. You know, so fair play on Donatello for his intuition and using his intelligence to build machines and built something to solve his problem. So fair play, Donatello. So there you go. There's some more Playmate stuff. Let's keep going through some of the toy news today as well.
I'm not sure if you've got or if you've seen this. I'm fairly certain. Again, this is part of Playmates.
Okay.
Playmates have revealed as part of the Mutant Mayhem line another turtle van.
No,
I saw it once in passing. They're releasing a second turtle van. I remember seeing it in passing. I can't remember where.
If anyone's got the picture of that, DM at me on Instagram now, and I'll be able to throw it on screen. But you don't want to just stare at me while I'm trying to Google it. But I know Playmates are doing their mix and match turtles at the minute, where they're re-releasing the turtles, but they're all mix and match interchangeable parts, which look very fun. I think I'm in on the Flock Splinter that comes out. By the way, there's a younger version of Splinter with Flock's hair.
Oh, is that the one with the afro?
Yeah. So if that comes out, I think I will get that because I've got the top turtles, the four top turtles. So I think that would be a fun little display just on the turtle shelf. Also, I think you're getting the top versions of Bebop, Rocksteady. There's a re-release of Superfly where you get Superfly and the baby version of Superfly as well. So I think I might be in on some of them. I did try and stay away from getting all of the Mutant Mayhem stuff. I did end up getting all 4 turtles. But my niece and nephew got the van, and on Christmas Day I remember shooting those pizzas around. So it is a fun line, absolutely. And the new show comes out, isn't there, as well? So the cartoon hits Paramount Plus.
It's on Paramount Plus, yeah.
Which I think for us in the UK is an addition to Amazon Prime. I think you pay extra and you can access it through Amazon Prime.
I did not know that. I was very close to actually signing up to Paramount Plus myself because you've got the app on the PlayStation and the app on the phone as well.
Oh, okay.
So I was I'm borderline signing up for it. I just haven't gotten around.
I do think you have to pay extra. I
do
think if you get it through Amazon Prime, you have to pay extra. You don't get it all free with Amazon Prime. You have to pay an additional charge on top of your Amazon Prime, but you can access it through the Amazon Prime store. I only know that because I've just rewatched Dexter because I need to watch the new season of Dexter, and that's also on Paramount Plus. So I've been looking at ways to find out. So anyway, yes, I'd be curious to watch that cartoon as I did enjoy the film for sure. Right, I haven't got any of those pictures, but I have got something Neca related. So this is something that I think me and Tanner are both very happy to see officially. Well, it had to be fair. What I'm about to show you hasn't officially been revealed. Okay, so this is a straight up leak. So if the Neca police come after me, this video could get demonetized. Like you may never see this video again, but it is already all over Instagram. I'm not the guy leaking this. I'm just showing someone else's Instagram photos. So shout out ID Toy Hunter as he has the most clearest photo that I could find. But it is a Neca Tatsu from the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Mutant. I can't even speak. I'm so excited. It's basically the missing piece, Tanner. It's the missing piece. His likeness rights have been impossible to get for like the last 5 years. I think Neca have been turning up at his dojo, trying to get him to sign a piece of paper saying, "Do you like money? Sign here and we'll just give you money." But he like some people just do not understand the concept of signing away their likeness for action figures. They think it's weird. Like it took ages to get the Casey Jones unmasked head because of that reason. But thankfully, April O'Neil convinced him otherwise. So, Tanner, we wasn't sure if this was real, but people are finding this in store at Walmart. It's real.
You know what? When this was initially revealed, we covered it on the after show on Thursday. I didn't think it was real. I thought it was a custom or something because looking at the box, the photos were pretty shit on the original photos.
The original leaked photos were terrible, by the way, yeah.
You couldn't see a Neca logo anywhere on that front page. And normally with Neca, the Neca products, in the bottom right-hand corner, you got the Neca logo. So you're thinking, oh, if there's no logo, this can't be legitimate. And then as the weekend has gone on, more and more for you have the Walmart stock website link go up. You've had more and more people actually pick this up and post pictures of it. and it's sort of like, oh wow, the final, as you said, the final piece of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie display has arrived. And I really want this just to complete that display. Tatsu is a big character in the first one. He's even in the second one.
Yeah, he's arguably the biggest character. I don't even think it's arguably. I think he is the biggest character we are missing in figure form from that first movie. And like Tanner said, he's also in the second as well. So this is his first movie look. It's been like known for a while. Neca have been very transparent and communicated this, that I apologize, I can't remember the actor's name, but they were struggling to get his likeness rights. Essentially, they couldn't get his likeness rights. They had approached him, they tried to contact him, and it was difficult, but they were trying. So it seems like something has been worked out behind the scenes, and it's actually happening. They're clearly saving the reveal for San Diego Comic-Con, but unfortunately for Neca, a few weeks prior, it's been leaked. So we're just excited to talk about it. So don't be mad at us, Neca. We're going to give you money. We want this. But this is the first. Look, he comes to 2 heads. He comes with the mask as well. What's that little black accessory next to him? What's that one? That little back thing?
I can't tell. I can't tell from the picture here.
Does anyone in the chat know what that is? So it's above the hand, some little black scrunched up thing. I can't quite tell what it is from this image. I know he's got the fan. He's got 2 swords, 2 heads.
Yeah.
It seems like soft goods clothes as well.
Yeah. He's also now the one thing that isn't in the movie that he comes with is the Oni mask, the monster, the demon mask, up in the top right hand corner. Now people are saying this is a reference to the 2012 cartoon. I haven't actually got around to watching it yet, but yeah, cool. Nice little reference there, even if it wasn't in the actual movies itself. And the actor's name is Toshiro Obata. Thanks to Damien Ristori in the chat.
Thank you, Damien.
Yes, again, thanks Toshiro for giving his likeness for us to be able to complete that movie collection, to add him into that.
I'm sure when they explained to him it would come with a juicy check, he was like, you know what, it doesn't sound too bad after all. Jared in the chat is saying that it's a mask. It's a foot soldier mask.
Foot Clan mask.
Which would make sense because isn't he offering that to Danny in the film? So you could have him displayed with Danny, which was a Loot Crate exclusive, which me and Tanner both have, thankfully. Tanner did get his eventually, people. That's a whole nother saga. So again, the mask is just added value to this type of thing. Is it essential to be an accurate representation of the first movie? No, it's not. But do you have to display it? No, you don't. It's an additional incentive that they've added in there, which I'm not mad at all. Interchangeable hands. He's going to pose up great with the soft goods. It genuinely does look good. It looks good. I'm very happy with this. So yeah, I'm up. Mike Hex in the chat says he already has the CPCU thing, which is the barcode thing that you can put into the stock finders and whatnot. There is a picture of that out there. I just didn't bother taking it for this for showing this off. But Mike, if you find an extra one. Remember me and Tanner, all right?
extra two.
Yeah.
The only thing that is worrying me with regards to the most recent movie lines, figures, they haven't been hit in the UK. So we still haven't had that Kino and Foot Soldier 2-pack, which is literally the only thing missing from my movie collection going on.
There is definitely some issues with Neca distribution to the UK in regards to the movie stuff. I don't know if they're allowed to sell it here sometimes, or some things are limited and they just don't tell us. It's the communication which is the biggest issue, Hannah. I talk about this all the time with Neca. They put it on their store and some people don't bother buying it from their store because they don't want to pay the imports, they don't want to pay the shipping, and they go, oh, I'll wait for it to hit the UK. But you don't even know if it's going to hit the UK. It's a risky game to play. So like the Kino and bike I brought because I was like, I want Kino, and that's the look I want Kino in. So I didn't wait. But people like our friend Jay, who has the best look at buying things at the minute, he didn't buy it Kino because he wanted the single packed version or a different version. And like you said, the pack with the 2-pack with the fat foot soldier has not came out here. That came with the boxer and bag as well.
Yeah,
right?
the punching bag. Yeah. So I would like that to add to my collection because it looks like a really cool punching bag. But if it came down to a choice between that or this,
can I just show some stuff?
Sign me up to Tatsu every day.
I'll just show some stuff off real quick while we're here on Turtles and Tea. So I'm assuming if you're watching Turtles and Tea, you're a Turtle fan. And Comics and Cocktails, by the way, have a sale on right now. And I've got a basket which I need to check out on. So hopefully this doesn't sell out before I check out. But they have the Shredder and Splinter sort of flashback 2-pack, which was really hard to get in the UK and was originally like 70 odd quid. They have it right now on their shop for $14.99, which is like £7.50 a figure. It even comes with a Splinter in a little rat cage. Do you know, like, so you can actually display him getting scratched up. Like, so I've got to buy that. Please don't sell out before the end of this stream. Watch all these bastards now go and buy it, and it sells out while I'm live on YouTube. Also, they have the Farm 2-pack with April and Casey Jones, which I didn't buy. And again, that is for the big price of $14.99. Another absolute bloody bargain. And if you don't want to spend $14.99, if that's a little bit too rich for your blood, but you still want some Turtle good stuff, then they have cheaper options. Can you believe it? For £10, you can get the single-packed Casey Jones from the first movie with the interchangeable head. And like Tanner was moaning about earlier, this actually comes with the unmasked separate mask. £10. Absolute bargain, people. Absolute bargain. Ultimate figures are usually about 40 quid. And this is a solid figure as well. April O'Neil is also £10 as well. So if you wanted to get a Casey Jones and April O'Neil from the first Turtle movie right now, you can get them right now in the UK from Comic and Cocktails for £10 a piece. £20 for a Casey Jones and April O'Neil. £15 if you want the 2-pack. Honestly, I've got a little basket going here. And if you spend over 50 quid, you get 10% off with the discount code TMNT10. So, like, I've put a little basket here together with all that stuff just because it's so cheap. I've also put in myself a little Ronan Playmates figure because it's only £12. Honestly, I've got a basket I'm about to check out. Don't you dare sell out before the end of the show. But they are absolute bargains over here in the UK. So if you've been tempted by any of them, now's the chance to jump on. Comic and Cocktail actually have a whole week of Turtle sale, like loads of items, everything. If you spend over 50 quid, you get 10% off. Go. Yeah, live purchase, Dan. Live purchase. I really shouldn't I? But no, I have faith that there'll be one left by. It's fate. I let the toy fate decide. If they are still there by the end of this stream, I will check out because they are absolute bargains and they are missing pieces to my collection for sure. I don't actually have an unmasked Casey Jones, and that's what I wanted. I also don't have that flashback 2-pack. I just like the idea of having a little cage with Splinter in it. Don't know why. I just like that idea.
Hang on a second. Quick question.
Yes.
I thought you got the original April Ultimates because I remember both of us getting the yellow jacket from.
Yeah. No, I do. I've got April.
Okay.
Look, I've got April up here on the display. Where is she?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh.
There she is.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
April O'Neil,
Yeah. I was beginning to think maybe my.
Tanner.
Yeah. Why not?
Hang on. I've dropped my microphone. I unplugged my headphone then. Sorry. Say something for me. I'm back.
Say something.
I'm back. Oh, sorry. I dropped my. I pulled out my headphones for getting excited talking about Turtles. I've got them, Tanner, but for £10 just to keep one Mutant on card. Why the fuck not? Bargains.
Why not?
Bargains.
Yeah. Why not?
Bargains. Who doesn't love a bargain? Now all we need is a Sam Rockwell foot soldier, says California Red Devil. Is that a fact that I didn't know?
Sam Rockwell was
he?
A kid in the thing. He was offering the cigarettes. He goes, "Do you want menthol or do you want normal?" I don't remember him being in the training for the foot soldiers because he was a kid at the time.
That's pretty funny. I like Sam Rockwell. I did not know he was in that. That's a fun fact. Okay, so yeah, that I'm assuming again, Tatsu will be officially revealed. I'm sure Neca are annoyed about this leak, but Tatsu will be revealed officially because again, he's not officially revealed right now. This is just all a figment of your imagination. But he will be officially revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, which just make me curious of what else they have up their sleeve because again, the movie stuff they haven't really released a lot of. Like some of the stuff they revealed last year, San Diego, we still haven't had it for even pre-order. Do you know what I mean? Like some of the big things they showed off at last San Diego Comic-Con, still not even gone up for pre-order. So I'm sure they'll be going to be showing them off again, but they can't just show the same things that they showed last year, right? They've got to show more or something extra. So that's what we want to discuss right now. So I'm just bouncing through my tabs, making sure we've went through all the news. All the Turtle toy news and exclusives. Oh, there is a little bit of toy news here regarding the Joy Turtles, which are a smaller scale. What scale are these actually?
I think they're 1/18th.
Yeah,
I want to say they're like 4 inches tall or something like that.
They look fun. Like, they look fun, but like I'm just not getting into another scale. They're not cheap for the scale either, but they do look fun.
Mm-hmm.
Undoubtedly, they all come with a skateboard. They all come with lots of fun accessories. Very posable, massive
Stands,
slices of pizzas, by the way. But yeah, I don't look. Yeah, that's their loadout, which is all good, but it's third party. You can only buy them import, so they're pretty pricey. Not for me. Not shitting on them by any means. They do look good for the scale, but again, I'm not getting into a different scale. But they do look fun. Any interest in these, Tanner?
Yeah, I'm like you. I don't think I'll pick these up either. They do look good, and I do think anyone that does pick them up will enjoy them. But yeah, not for me. Also, I do like that license plate.
Oh no!
The back
All of them come with weapon effect pieces
cool.
as well. Like even the sword weapon effect pieces for Leo look great. Like they look good for what they are. It's just the scale that I don't collect really.
Yeah, I think I've got more than enough. I can't believe I'm saying this, but more than enough stuff. I don't need these. However, if it comes up for cheap in the future in a sale or something, who knows? Maybe. Yeah. But as of initial looks here now, I'm perfectly fine with missing these, as good as they look.
Yeah, so again, these ain't associated with San Diego by any means. They're Joy Toy and Turtles, but they're officially licensed, but they're just third party. So they're the type of thing that get licensed for an Eastern market, but because of importing, you can get them over here. But technically, they were licensed just to be released elsewhere, if you know what I mean. That's why you have to pay the pretty penny to get them. But they do look good for what they are, for sure. But yeah, Joy Toy Turtles. I think you can get them on places like 5K Toys.
I think only.
No, 5K Toys.
I think only maybe 5K Toys have them, but in the UK, Kapow have them as well.
Yeah, again, Kapow. And if you're nice to me and you DM me, I'll give you a little Kapow discount code. But you got to be nice to me, all right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, they look good. They look good. But let me just bounce through this. So we talked about that. Oh, okay. Let's talk about this because this is something Tanner loves. So Tanner, take it away. What are we looking at here?
So we are looking at. I believe this is a Chinese company called Heat Boys. Officially licensed in which it's a turtle mech, basically. So we've had Leo, we've had Mikey, Raph's on pre-order. We now have got Donnie up for pre-order. And Donnie looks brilliant. I think he looks the best of the bunch.
Sniper Donnie, soft goods as well.
Sniper Donnie, soft goods, tech, this, that, and the other. I love them all because they do have different ways to customize them, to display them. No two are going to be the same, and they do look really good. Definitely worth the value. They come with electronics, as you can see.
Yeah,
lights. I've pre-ordered this because I've got the other three, and I can't not have Donnie whilst having the other three. I remember when the prototype images were leaked, and I'm thinking, oh, this looked good, but I didn't expect how good it was going to look with the reveal and the pre-order. As I said, I think Donnie is the best with regards to this, and I look forward to having all four together.
I think you will be rewarded with an epic display and rewarded for your patience as well, because these have been released very slowly. When you have all four of these turtle mechs, what is that movie with the Pacific Rim? It's like Pacific Rim Titan turtles, essentially, isn't it? Like that type of They are big turtle robots. Do they actually come with a little turtle that go in the head or something like that? Did you tell me that?
No, not in the head. In the back, in the show in the back, there's a little compartment that you can open up and have the turtle sitting inside it. So it's like controlling it. So yeah, you can custom it. So it's like as you can see there. Yeah, you can have the turtle sitting inside, controlling the mech. Yeah. I think with regards to scale, and just looking, and I'm fairly certain, because I'm not going to pull them all out because it'll destroy a few things. I'm fairly certain it matches up to the scale of the Zap Dino Megazord.
Okay.
It's very close to that size.
Tanner, that's how you sell me on these fucking things. You tell me they go with the fucking turtle. That these can be like counterparts to the Zords. I could build a Zord display. That's you should have just used the word Zords. Oh my god.
You can have an epic battle. You can have an epic battle scene with the Dino Megazord, Zap's Dino Megazord, and the turtlenecks.
This is the first time you've sold it to me with that concept, where it's a
you know
mech
what? I've actually
that can go
just
with my
noticed.
Zords.
I've just because I looked around, looking at both. I'm thinking, what does it match up with size? And I'm looking at it, and it does look like it does match up with size. Again, I'm not going to pull them out because they're all in delicate places, and
Of
I don't want
course,
to
we've seen them. We've seen them on
domino
previous
effect.
shows. We've seen them. Go back and watch some of the previous Turtles and Tea, and you'll see Tanner showing these off for sure. He's got Raph and Leo so far, right? Is it Raph and Leo?
I got Mikey and Leo.
Oh wow! So you're
pre-order.
Okay. So this is the fourth one then.
This is the fourth one. Donnie's the fourth one.
Oh, nice.
So Donnie is the fourth one, and you can argue that Donnie built all of these, as he's the tech guy. He does machines. He built them all for all the turtles to help them with. I want
to get Donnie, but then I know Tanner, I'm going to be annoyed I didn't get the others, and then backtracking will be a pain in the ass and very expensive.
Well, Raph's still up for pre-order now. I think you can probably get Leo on Uncle Ali for a good price. I think close to retail.
As much as I like David Beckham and Uncle Ali, I don't like spending big money of big expensive items shipping on those dodgy boxes. Sometimes I don't trust.
I also think they're available on Gundamic, which is traditionally a Gundam website. Okay. Big Giant Mech. So it's in Japan, and they do ship to the UK. So I know Matty, who's a member, has picked Leo up from there and has had it, and it's come through okay.
Right, let's keep going. So again, just a recap on the so I'm on shout out Paternia, by the way. I'm on Paternia's website right now. Paternia's got a whole list up of all of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives from all of the companies. If you want to just go through this and see all of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives from all the companies, you've got Hasbro, you've got Jada, Mattel, like all of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives across all the companies are listed on this one page. Do you know what? I'll post it in the link in the chat so you can click it and go and have a little browse yourself. Shout out Paternia. You should be following him already on Twitter if you want your news. But I've basically went to his page and just typed in the word turtle so I can skip through and look at all the turtle exclusives. So we'll do this for a quick recap, and then we will get into some San Diego Comic-Con predictions and want. So if you're any channel members out there, and I know who a channel member are, because you got a little question mark or a little Hellfire Hank next to your name. Any channel members out there want to jump on the stream for the last 20 minutes, half an hour to talk predictions or San Diego Comic-Con wants, as again, this is our last opportunity before San Diego in a couple of weeks, then hit me up on Instagram, and if we can have a few guests on right now, live on YouTube, to talk some turtle stuff. So hit me up on Instagram if you want to come on. If not a problem, because I'm sure me and Tanner have a lot to talk about anyway. But the invite is there if you are available this Sunday afternoon. So let's recap some of these exclusives then, all right? So first up, we have got the Playmates black and white sort of 4 sketch turtles. They are the Playmates Turtles San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Next up, we've got the Super 7 Ultimate Michelangelo, Chef Michelangelo they are calling him, which is basically Ultimate Michelangelo with a new hat. Then we've got the little subjects that have 4 turtle exclusives.
I think they've got 6.
They got 6, but there's 5 there. Which one did we talk about?
The one we missed, which I know is on the Thing website, because I discussed this when I breached contract a few weeks ago going on JStream, was the Assassin Foot member. So it's Jenica's human form. She was originally a foot assassin before she got turned into a turtle.
Okay.
I believe that's in the same box style as well. But yeah,
lots of loyal subjects exclusives then. So there you go. All of them are up there as well. So they're all your exclusives for Turtles regarding San Diego, as well as, of course, Neca revealing the Eastman and Laird 2-pack, which is epic, my favourite San Diego Comic-Con exclusive this year by far. And then we talked about the Super 7 Turtles, but these ain't San Diego related. You can pre-order these right now in all of the places you buy your toys, I have no doubts. But yeah, we are both in on these, but they probably ain't due for until the start of next year, I imagine. Is there is that the ship date next year, 2025?
I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, with Super 7, they are. So this is Wave 12. They got up for pre-order. They currently Wave 9 is started hitting.
Yeah, they're all out of sync.
So they've still got a few waves.
The waves have started jumping around. Like we've had later date. So it's a mess. It's a mess. To my point.
Yeah, it's hard to predict when these
we were meant to
guys
get
should
Punk
arrive.
Donny before we got Slam Dunkin Donny, and I've got Slam Dunkin Donny right here. Do you know what I mean? Like, and Punk Donny went up for pre-order in an earlier wave, so the Super 7 Turtle waves are an absolute mess at the minute. So they will come when they come, I assume. Tatsu's also another big reveal this week, as again missing piece to the original Turtle movie collection. Very excited for this one. Curious for what they're going to show at San Diego. I think they're going to have a really nice display, to be fair, for the movie stuff. But I can't think who else would they do. I'd like to get some more Foot Soldiers. So if they want to release some more Foot Soldiers, I would like to have the opportunity to buy some at retail without breaking the bank. Get some to the UK, Neca. Come on now. But all right, let me close these tabs then. And let me just jump to my Instagram, see if anyone wanted to join. If not, Tanner,
All right.
we can talk Turtles all day long.
Yeah, we can talk predictions as to what we think will get revealed there. Because I've got a couple of predictions as to what I think may get revealed.
Mike Hex just sent me this. So if anyone was curious of the Tatsu barcode, there you go. That's Tatsu. You can find him right now in Walmart's. And there it is. Take your screenshots, go and scan it at your local Walmarts and see if it is in stock or anywhere near you, because this will be highly sought after. And also beware of the scalpers. For some reason, the turtle scalpers are always out in force. But there's the Neca logo Tanner wanted to see. He was waiting for that official logo, but there it is right there. So Tanner, in regards to San Diego Comic-Con, in regards to Turtles, regardless of what company, what do you want to see? What are your First, before we talk about what you want to see, what are your expectations? What do you think we will end up seeing? In general terms.
I think Neca will have the biggest display of new stuff. I think Super 7, like we discussed earlier, will only show stuff that has been revealed. So they probably will have a display of these 2003 Turtles, maybe the wave that has just been revealed as well. Just Pizza Mike as well. Loyal subjects will probably have, again, their SDCC stuff and stuff. They may have a biggish display of stuff that has been revealed in the past year or released in the past year. But with Neca, I think we'll get most of the new stuff from there. I'd be very surprised if we see new stuff from any of the other two that are going to be there too at all. If you were going to ask me to predict what I think Neca may reveal, I think with the top thing I want to predict is going to be a trend that other figure companies have done recently. So a lot of figure companies, including Neca, have done creators. So we had Stan Lee with Marvel Legends. Yep. We had McFarlane with the McFarlane. We had Neca with Kirby. So I think Neca will continue that trend and give us a 2-pack of Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird.
I'd like that. I'd like that a lot. It's doable with that body as well, I suppose. Just give us different heads. I'd like to see that. Just going on from you with Neca. Neca's all, again, like I said, if you're aware of this channel, you know I'm a big Marvel Legends guy. The display behind you is probably the hint. So after Marvel Legends, Toon Turtles is probably my next... Well, it is my next favourite line I collect, like full stop period. Love the Toon Turtles. So anything new from that, I'd love to see. Last year, they showed off like Krang, giant Krang. That was literally bigger than the street diorama. We have yet to get that pre-order solicitation or any more details on giant Krang. So I'm assuming they're going to show that off again, but maybe this time with a bit more clarity and time scale of when we will see giant Krang. I should have tried to put up some pictures actually of giant Krang. But I'm
like
sure
with last year, the movie line, they had that Shredder throne. Yeah. Again, we haven't heard anything with regards to that either.
Let me have a look. See if I can quickly find some pictures from last year. I have all these bloody tabs up, and they're the tabs that I don't have open up.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, did Trevor Zammit appear on a interview recently? I think Toying Around, maybe recently.
He did.
He had Leatherhead there.
Oh, I've not seen the Toying Around one. But I
Oh,
did.
it may not be toying around. It may be somebody else. I could be wrong.
He was on with Veebs. I know he does. I know Veebs does a stream, doesn't he? So he might have done that. I've got some pictures from last year that I'll throw up real quick. So from last year, they showed off the throne that we still haven't seen. So again, a whole year has went by, and we have still had no details about the Shredder throne. We have had the 2-pack of the Professor. We've had him. We've both got him. Like Tanner was referring to, we didn't in the UK. We never got the opportunity to buy Foot Soldier, Kino, and the training pack. Like, never had that opportunity here, but it has been released in the US. The Secret Views Foot Soldier 2-pack again. Did it come out in the US? We don't know because it didn't come out in the UK. Very annoyingly. So yeah. So everything there is.
I think it did come out in the US because I do remember on the whole shebang they've got a box damage version of that 2-pack on there.
Okay. Yep. Well,
So
we never got it. Is my point officially. So
yeah,
that's annoying.
Yeah.
So yeah, what else from the second movie? I don't know. But the throne's got to be revealed or more details. So I'm just going to skip through these pictures and let me close this tab actually, and I'll scroll this way. Yeah, they had an epic Ronin display last year actually, didn't they? Because they had it on that diorama. They had they had a big section of the last Ronin. So a lot of
that
these
was
figures,
Mirage.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry,
Mirage.
Mirage. So I reckon they will continue showing off Mirage stuff. But we've had a lot of that. That's on there. Like, we've seen most of that now. I know we
haven't had the bigger figures out of that they teased. So like Wrecking, like Leatherhead.
Yeah,
those were the two main ones we haven't had from that display that I remember. So
that's the last Ronin display where it was basically the street diorama all built up, last Ronin style. They did talk about potentially having that as a release, but again, no details in the last year. They've also showed loads of Archie stuff off, and a lot of people thought the wrestling Archie Turtles would be the 4-pack this year. But they weren't. So there's the giant Krang I was referring to. Look at him. I still need to buy that Evil Rex, to be fair. I didn't get him. I need to phone up Uncle Ali and get myself an Evil Rex. But yeah, I want Evil Rex. So big Krang will be epic when we finally see more. Yeah, so where are the bloody... I think they showed it on a different day, didn't they? Because...
what, the wrestling turtles?
Yeah, it was Pixel Dan, didn't it? He got the little exclusive. Yeah. Here they are. So we got the 4 wrestling turtles here. So apparently these are going to be shown at San Diego, but full factory. Like these, you can see have no articulation on. They're just painted prototypes. But by this, in a couple of weeks, we will see official factory samples of the 4 turtles, wrestling turtles, and they should be showing off more Archie stuff as well. I think that's been confirmed because characters like Belly Bomb and Belly Bomb, we've not had any information on, no pre-order, nothing, and we've also, I think, Mondo Gecko as well was shown, and we had nothing for as well. So
yeah, I think the Archie line in the past year has been pretty quiet. I don't think we've had anything from Archie in the past year or so.
In regards to Toon stuff, we've had all the Toon stuff now, haven't we? Because they
apart from Big Giant Krang, yeah, pretty much.
Because we've had both of them. Again, distribution in the UK fucking horrendous. Bloody Haulathon's the only place to get these, and they weren't cheap. Did you have got these, haven't you? You got those too?
Yeah, I got everything through Haulathon, apart from the Samurai Usagi, which I picked up on.
I was too slow. I missed out on these, which I'm annoyed. But in my weird collecting brain, Tanner, we were completionists on the Toon line, weren't we? But I think right now I'm not, because I haven't got sets like this. But in regards to being a completionist from things that were actually on the show, I'm pretty close. Because these are an extension of the Toon line. Like, if the cartoon continued, what would happen? What adventures could they go on? Yeah, Turtles in Space or Turtle Samurais make complete sense. There are also little winks and nods to the Playmate toys as well. So, if these were accessible, I'd be tempted to buy 4 of these so I could have 4 of each, like in each turtle, because you can swap the heads. But they're not accessible and they're not cheap. Right now, if I wanted this 2-pack, I'd have to go to Uncle Ali and spend 70 quid. So, that would be an expensive set of 4 turtles for sure. So, probably not going to happen. But I think I'm going to stay a completionist on things that were actually on the show. So shall I get into a few of the predictions that I would like to see?
Yeah, of course. Go for it.
Okay, so first things first. Tempestra. All right, Knight of the Living Rogues. It's the only big bad. It's like the Turtles version of the Sinister Six, or the Insidious Six. We have not got Tempestra. Look, there they all are. We've got all of these in toon form, apart from Tempestra there in the middle. So I would like to see a toon Tempestra revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. I would like to think that Trevor Zammit and the team are well aware she is the missing piece, and they're just going to give us why wait around? Just give us what we want, right? Batista style. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. And Tempestra is a figure that I want. So yeah, let's complete that Night of the Living Rogues and get Tempestra. And I will display them like so. I will display them like this on my shelf to mimic that scene. So I'd like to see Tempestra. Other toon characters I would like to see is April's little auntie. She's British. For some reason, this was the episode that I had on a VHS. I'd watch it a lot. I would like April's auntie, Agatha Marbles, I think her name is. I would like Agatha Marbles. We have got a little picture of her in the Ultimate April O'Neil digital render as well, which shows that she's sculpted up somewhere. So I would like to see her, just because it's one of those like throwback episodes that I remember. But then if you go into the Red Sky version of the Turtles, you might want characters like Carter, which basically replaced April as the main sort of turtle sidekick for a little bit. April was still there, but he was involved a lot more. We also got a mutant version of him, which is likely in figure form as well. And then also the big bad of that season was Lord Dredd. So there is still plenty to go in the toon line, because they have not even went to the Red Sky era yet. So I reckon the next stage for the toon line, if they're already going into fantasy, which is what those are, then it makes sense for them to start leaning into what is canon and the Red Sky era of the Toon Turtles and go sort of over here. Like, again, would these be as popular? I don't know. It's not that exactly fondly remembered, as they did get a bit weird. Yeah,
you also had the extra mutated
turtles
from that as well. They got extra mutations going forward that they can control, like the Hulk. Yeah.
I also, one last sort of selfish want, whether it be from Neca. I'd love it to be from Neca, to be honest. All right, okay. So this is what I want from Neca: the Mutant Modular. I want this, like the cartoon. The two main vehicles for me of the Toon cartoon were the Turtles had the Turtle Van, and the bad guys went round in their little. They were creating potholes. Yeah, they were creating potholes all over New York. They were a right menace. That was their biggest issue. That was never really brought up on the cartoon. But I'd be annoyed that these potholes kept appearing all over the city. Like, imagine driving down the street and there's a big hole there, for fuck's sake. Like, I want this vehicle for my bad guys. We have the van. The turtle van's right here in front of me on display with the turtles right there. I've got the turtle van. I want a vehicle for the bad guys, and this would be the go-to. I guess you could get the Foot Cruiser if you wanted to, because they did sort of use it in that sort of mini-series, the first season, which is technically like a long movie, I suppose. But yes, I want the modular drill. Whether I want it from Neca. Like, that would be my ideal choice. But there's no point Super 7 doing it. I guess Super 7 could.
We may get a remake from Playmates, as they're hitting all the old vehicles.
Do you reckon Super 7, right? Considering they spent loads of money to tool up that turtle van, would they repaint it and give us this? Because because the Ultimate line isn't a tribute to the Toon show. The Super 7 Ultimate line is a tribute to the Playmate toys. So this is the repaint of the Playmate toys van. So it would make sense for Super 7 to give us a repaint of their van with a few tweaks, of course. But would people buy it? Would I spend another £400 on this?
I don't think this would sell as well as the Turtle van.
Or do I? Of course it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
I think that is like a one-time thing they're going to do. It's like the Thundercats car that they got. I don't remember the name of it. Thunder Tank, yeah. So that was huge. I don't see them ever using that mold again. So they could do this. I don't think the interest there will be as much
I
as
still
a
want
Turtle
this.
fan.
I still want a Super 7. I still want it. I just want to see them do it. I just want to see what it would look like. I just want to see it conceptualized into plastic, brought to life. Like I'm a casual Thundercats fan, but even I was tempted to drop a bomb of cash on the Thundercats layer, like 'cause it was so good. Like it's like a dream item. So I'd love to see how they would approach something like the Technodrome. But again, my
One,
wallet shivers. My wallet's scared of it. I'd take a blimp though as
one,
well. I'd take a blimp.
oh, 100% take a blimp. Yeah. One thing I'm wondering if they'll give us more info on is, the turtle layout. We've had Donny's lab. We've had the living room set. We haven't had the kitchen set yet. I'm wondering if they'll give us more information on that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm always excited to see the Neca. Like I'm always up late on preview night's late Wednesday, isn't it? Late on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that would be, what's the date of preview night? So Wednesday would be the 24th. So we will start seeing leaks and a few little images on the late for us. I'm talking like 1 o'clock in the morning for us, because preview night, they don't even open the doors on preview night until like 6 p.m. I don't think. That's West Coast. So that's like really early hours in the morning for us in the UK. But we'll start seeing a few little leaks and reveals on the 24th, and then we'll start seeing actual images of the convention on the Thursday. And then they usually do save a few reveals for each of the day, don't they, Neca? Like
Neca.
Spread it out.
Reveal,
they give you a reason to come back every day if you're at the convention. They give you, which I don't mind at all. They give you a reason every day to come back to the booth, which I don't mind. So hopefully a weekend.
They also have little Easter eggs hidden away in the back. Like last year, one thing they haven't released yet is the cartoon Last Ronin.
That was revealed
they
last
had that,
year.
Yeah.
That was revealed the year before last year. That was 2 years ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, 2 years ago. That was the toon-inspired version of the Last Ronin, which was in the window of one of the playsets, weren't it? Yeah, that wasn't last year. Yeah. That was the year before last year. So
wow.
Yeah. So,
I honestly thought that was last year. Yeah. It's all merging together as one then, in which case.
Yeah, I'm curious, always curious. But apart from Neca, because again, I'm excited to see new stuff from all of their stuff, from the Universal Monsters, the Last Ronin. Like, I'm just curious to see what else they do all over the place. Cause I want to see what the next, because they've got to show what Donnie and Mikey are the next mutation in the Universal Monsters, haven't they? Because we've got the Leo and Raph,
Werewolf Raph and Swamp Monster Leo. Yeah.
So we need to see what Donnie and Mikey are, or if they even give us the Dracula Shredder that's been talked about for ages. That may or may not happen. Anyway, NECA stuff I'm always excited to see. Is there any Turtle stuff from any other company that you'd be curious to see?
I mean, I want to see Super 7 what they would do next for the 2003 line.
Yeah.
I would like to see. I would like to hear about their upcoming pre-order schedule, whether or not they'll alternate between Playmates and 2004 or 2003, and also what they plan on doing with regards to what characters they would like to do.
Good idea, like just a good marketing idea. Like Brian, if you're listening, right, just listen up for a second, right? If you're trying to get people in on the ground floor, releasing the 4 turtles in the first release from that thing is the right way to do it. Bravo, right decision. 4 turtles in one wave, complete the team, happy days. But if you want to get the people on board that are like thinking about, how deep's he gonna go? I don't know if they're gonna do more. Announce now. Like, now is the time to announce that you're going to do more characters from the 2003 Turtles while the pre-order is up for the Turtles. Because if they come out and announce that they're going to get Shredder and Splinter and whatever from the 2003 toon, like if he says up front, he doesn't even have to show them. He just has to say, no, they're coming. Then it would encourage more people or give people more confidence in that, investing in that line, if that makes sense. Would you agree with that logic, right? If you were on the fence of getting the 2003, you're thinking, wow, I'd like to get more characters and how deep they're going to go. If they just have come out and say, no, more are coming, it would only make people more interested in getting the Turtles, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, for those of you who grew up with the 2003 Turtles or prefer the 2003 Turtles, they want to know how. I mean, you could just get the 4 Turtles and be done with it. The fact that they've released it all at once, he could do that. But I think the people who look at NECA releasing their 80s, the 90s cartoon stuff and seeing how deep they've gone with that, I'm guessing if they want to world build, to universe build with the 2003 tales, especially if it's like big characters like April, Splinter, Shredder, stuff like that. I think they would want some more information as to how deep they will go with regards to that and what the future is like going, or what the future is going to be for this line.
California Red Devil says, how long until the next mutation or coming out of their Shells versions? I don't think we need to see them from Super 7, to be honest. I'd be curious to see if NECA did the next mutation, because they are live action style. We know they do the movie version so well. I do think that's in NECA's wheelhouse and in NECA's capabilities to do the next mutation.
Haven't they already done an out of their shell concert version anyway with the musical mutagen?
Yeah, basically the same. It's basically the same. Yeah. But I do think next mutation is something that NECA could do. And like, would we buy them? I think I would, Tanner. Like, as much as because they crossed over with the fucking Power Rangers when I was a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, I still watched it. And I'd buy a Venus, like, even though she was shit. Like, even though the creators of the Turtles were against that bloody idea. I don't know. I'm just a sucker for all things Turtle. Back to NECA. In regards to the tune, Phobafet says, seems like NECA need to announce the ultimate toon Shredder for anyone who missed the original. Yeah, Shredder's a big character. Splinter's another big character who has only ever been in those original sort of early 2-packs. Basically Shredder has been only in the original sort of 2-packs and the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. He was also in that arcade sort of pinball thing, but with a redeco. But he does need an ultimate. Do you know, like, if they continue the Pizza Club, like they went with that branding on the Pizza Club Turtles, didn't they? They went with pizza, like they could continue the Pizza Club branding and give us single-packed versions of Splinter and Shredder.
I think they missed a trick with not doing April like that as well. So
April, it wasn't Pizza Club, but we did get a single April, which was better after all, and we've got single versions of all the Turtles now, which are probably in regards to their sort of matte deco. I do think they're probably the best.
You're showing off. I may as well show off that I've got all 4 of them as well. So we got Connie there.
Yeah,
first one to hand.
I got a set from NECA and a set from AliExpress. The set from AliExpress was like £10 cheaper, I think. The boxes came all bashed up, don't get me wrong, but I didn't care because I was opening them up anyway. So I've kept my set from NECA mint, and then I've opened up my set from AliExpress, and they are exactly the same. They're not knockoffs. They are exactly the freaking same, and they all look epic on display. I've got Leo in the car. He's driving. I brought an extra April just to drive. You can't even see her on the display. That's how psycho I am. But Mikey's there. We've got Raph and Leo, Donnie.
I'm surprised you didn't put the old April in there just to drive.
Well, she's upstairs.
And you brought a second one.
No, I may switch it up. So I've technically got 3 Aprils now. I've got the original first one, which I put one of the new heads on. So like technically I've got it's a kit bash. Anyway, it's still legit. I don't know what I'm doing with this display. So they're just there temporary there at the minute anyway. Okay, pick one thing then, Tanner, to end the stream. One thing that you make one prediction, something that you think we're going to see, and don't say Tatsu, as that's a cop out. So one prediction and then one want.
I think the prediction and the want for me is going to be the same thing, and I've revealed it earlier. The 2-pack of Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird and the NECA Mirage line. You gotta have the creators. We've had their sketches. We need their creators. If also. I say that's a prediction. The one will be the original sketch Turtles, the 4-pack, like Playmates have done.
Okay.
So I will go with that.
Same question for the chat before we get out of here. All right. Last question for the day. What is your biggest want for Turtles at San Diego Comic-Con? What do you want to see revealed from any company, any line, any sub-genre of the Turtles? Because you've got, let's be honest, you've got Ronin, you've got Mirage, you've got Toon, you've got Movie, you've got different cartoons, you've got the Archie comics, you've got multiple, you've got IDW. Like, regardless of the theme, what's your most wanted Turtle release or Turtle desire in figure form? Tempesture's up there for me, by the way, in Toon form. that's a want. That's something I would want to see. I want to see a Tempestra revealed just to complete that Night of the Living Rogues. I'm all about completing teams. Like in collecting, it satisfies me. So the fact that she's a missing piece bugs me. So Tempestra for the Night of the Living Rogues is a want, and a prediction is a bit of a cheat because it's a bit of a rumor. But the prediction is we're going to see a Bebop and Rocksteady in the
Halloween holiday gear.
Yes,
Yeah.
holiday
I've had that rumor as
which
well.
I will probably pose with my with the
giant. Punk core. Okay.
Yeah, the punk because I think in the episode of they're on holiday when they see the punk toads or something like that. So
yeah, no, I was going to say the giant toad, the Colossus.
All
toad
that.
we got. Yeah,
all that for sure. Yeah, so that's my prediction. That's what I think based off the rumors we're going to see. We're going to see a sort of on holiday version of Bebop and Rocksteady because we have got more. They're fun characters to give us variants of, and I've brought every variant so far. I've got the bunnies.
Yeah.
I've got the robot versions. I've got the superhero versions. I've got the regular versions. I regret not picking up the re-release of the regular versions because they looked better articulated and better decoed. So I'm annoyed I was unaware of the differences when that was out. But anyway,
I didn't think there was any differences. I just thought it was just a re-release.
Re-release, so they're better made. Articulation is better, and they've got rid of the dark cell shading on the back of the figures, so they're just cleaner. They just look nice. Trust me, Tanner, I did loads of research in it. They're the versions you want in your collection, and we don't have them. I'm annoyed about it, and you can't. You can't trust Ali either, because Ali will send you the old ones. So
yeah,
it's an awkward one.
It is what it is, I guess. Right. Has nobody messaged you wanting to come on? I know you're looking to a thing or anything.
To be fair, I don't trust my street. I did have I'm conscious of time now, and I don't trust my internet connections. I've got my bars are fluctuating, and you're getting a bit fuzzy, so I don't want to push my luck. But I appreciate everybody all the same. And shout out everyone in the chat. Let me read a few of these. Shout out Abnugla. I actually watched the episode of The Simpsons earlier where Timmy O'Toole was down the well, and it made me think of our good friend Ralph, aka Abnugla or Raf. He says single packed Ultimate Casey with a new suited Casey head sculpt. Suited Casey head sculpt. Didn't we just get the new?
You know, we recently got the corporate Casey, so I'm wondering if he wants a different head sculpt for that.
Okay, that's fair. Transport modular from Neca for mob villains. He said, yeah, the mob would be pretty cool. The mob just tickle everybody, don't they? Weird. As a kid, you're like, as a kid, you don't realise how stupid these things are because you're just a kid watching cartoons. But the mob torture people by tickling them. Like now as an adult, you think that's freaking ridiculous. Like chop their fingers off, but you can do that as a kid. So they tickled people. Weird shit. Like the mob would have to come with some feathers anyway. Kevin Beatty says they are in my basket and Uncle Ali and have been for ages. What are Kevin? What is in your basket and Uncle Ali?
Probably the Pizza Club. I'm guessing.
Yeah, do it. They're worth it. Honestly, get the best toon representations of the turtles. Absolutely. Prophet says, I think Neca does show Tempestra. Want us to see the yellow jumpsuit April. Yeah, they showed that off a long time ago, and that's like a concept, isn't it? It isn't based off anything in particular. I think it's just a concept art sort of thing with a movie.
They're trying to get the agreement with Judith Hogue as many figures as humanly possible.
Why not? Okay, like it always annoyed me that she didn't wear the yellow jumpsuit in the movie, so this is like a fantasy version, if you will. It's what if the live action April wore a jumpsuit. Do you reckon we're going to see the April from the second movie revealed? I don't know the actress's name, by the way, but she was April in the second and third, so technically she has more screen time as April O'Neil in live action than Judith Hogue.
I know both of them were at a con recently, Judith Hogue and the second April. I've seen pictures of both of them at a con recently. I wouldn't be surprised if they did manage to get an agreement with that.
I want her as well. I want her because back in the day, I watched the second movie more than the first. I just did. I don't know. I think I was at that age where the second one was more in my zeitgeist at the time. So, and the third one, I'd watched. Again, as a kid, you're unaware that they're not structurally great stories. They're just turtles fighting and shit. So, yeah, I want April O'Neil from the second and third movie. I think Casey came back in the third one, but it was the original actor, wasn't it? So Casey's genuine, yeah. So yeah, I want the second one. Yes, they got an agreement with the Secret of the Use April. Okay, cool. I want to see her.
Yes.
She's another want
So-
for San Diego Comic-Con. I want to
Yes.
see second Secret of the Use April O'Neil. That's what I want to see.
I mean, arguably, whereas Tatsu was the last piece of the first movie, you can say Secret of the Use April is the last piece we need of the second movie.
Yeah.
Although, how different was Splinter from the first one to the second one?
They could tweak it a little bit. Give us a
mm.
different... Did he wear the same kimono?
I think the puppet animatronic was slightly different to the first one. I recall it looking different. As I know in the third one it was completely different, but I can't remember if the second one, it must have been different.
Secret of the Ooze Splinter. I don't know. I can't. In my mind, nothing's coming to mind. I'm looking. Someone's asked a question on Reddit. Will there be a Secret of the Ooze Splinter? Nah, I can't find anything quick enough to tell. But
Nothing on the pictures tab.
I'm looking on the pictures tab, and I can't see. It's just pictures of Neca stuff. To be fair. I've put Secret of the Use Splinter in, and it's just pictures of Neca product. Are you both getting the Technodrome reissue, says Bethany. We talked about that earlier on the stream. We both want it. I have already got my pre-order in on Amazon. Tanner is holding off. Hopefully that the Amazon UK get it in stock. But I have already, you can see right here, last purchased 1st of June. My pre-order is in. It cost me about £106 shipped to the UK from Amazon US. It is
also
due to be released in September.
To add on to that, Prime Day is coming up soon. So if I was to pick it up off Amazon Prime, I may wait off US Amazon. I may wait till Prime Day
well,
to
I don't
see
mind
the
because,
savings
Tanner,
of it.
there is a pre-order price guarantee. So if the price drops before it gets released, I get the cheaper price anyway. So I'm not bothered about that, Tanner. That's absolutely fine with me. Cheaper the better. But yes, I'm in Bethany. But I'm curious of a Super 7 Technodrome, even though I don't think it's the year. I feel like if we were getting a Super 7 Technodrome, the rumours would be out there. Seeds would be planted.
Yeah.
We'd know about it. You can't really hide a massive Technodrome overseas and get it shipped over here. It'd have to be on its way to the US now. So I don't think it is the year of the Technodrome, unfortunately. So this year is the Playmates
Super 7. For Super 7, I think the year is the year of the 2003 Turtles.
Yeah.
Because that's been rumoured for God knows how long.
NECA modular drill thing to accompany the vehicle. I want another vehicle, another NECA vehicle. We've got the van. I think the van is going to get a re-release at some point. Why not? More people want it. It's more they're leaving money on the table if they don't just send it to the factory again. So I think there will be a second opportunity for another van. So yeah, I'm excited. And I'm assuming you guys in the chat are too, because you guys have been sticking with us for our toy talk. Shout out your boys got toys: Kevin, Mike, Damien, Abnugler, Prophet. Abnugler does say he wants a different head for the Casey Jones 2-pack because the 2-pack one wasn't good enough. Mike Hex, of course. Bethany, California Red Devil. He says need a Rob Van Winkle. I literally have a whole list of characters that we could spit and talk for another hour of characters we want. Tanner wants this guy.
I think we've already covered. We've already covered it on a previous stream.
Yeah, go back and watch the last Legend of Liquor. It literally says Most Wanted 2024, and me and Tanner basically just talk about what we would like to see this year. So far, the only thing we've got right is the Technodrome. A Technodrome got released in 2024 and it was the Playmates re-release. But other than that, everything is still on the table. Again, we're only halfway through the year, and for Turtle stuff especially, San Diego is the time to see reveals. We don't really get other reveals. It's San Diego, and then we have a whole year of them being spread out. Just think, we haven't seen everything. We haven't even got things in our hand that were revealed last year. So, yeah, it's a slow burn for Turtle stuff.
With Turtle stuff, especially with Neca, the cartoon stuff mainly, they reveal it all at SDCC, and then it all comes out for Haulathon all in 1 month.
Damn you, Haulathon! Damn you! Even though this year they did do better, all right? I will give them credit. They did better this year. But Tanner, we will be back post San Diego Comic-Con to talk about hopefully talk about some fun stuff they revealed. Maybe some of our wants and maybe some of our predictions came true. Maybe we will have those exclusives in our hand in early August. Probably not by the time we stream next. But we will be back for a post San Diego Comic-Con Turtles and Tea. So Tanner, until then, where can these good people find you online?
So Super Turk 5000, Instagram, Twitter. I've been going outside with my shots a lot more recently, getting outdoor shots. Some of them are turning out pretty good. Some of them,
Indeed.
they're okay. Yes. So go and give us a follow there. And also, you see me here on Legends and Liquor, here on Turtles and Tea. And every so often on JStream, Breaching Contract, which I'm still awaiting for the lawsuit documents to arrive.
The lawyers are working on it. But no, Tano is absolutely a part of the channel. Go and follow him on Instagram, SuperTurk5000. It's on the screen the whole bloody time. You got no excuse not to find it. I'll be back this week. I'm continuing to review the Marvel Legends 85th anniversary celebration sort of lineup. Luke Cage, Iron Fist could come in. I've got to finish my Astonishing Wolverine, and then maybe I have something else up my sleeve, or maybe I don't. I don't know, but. Go check out my reviews on the channel right now. I'll be streaming this Thursday with Rich talking about Secret Wars. We'll be back for Legend of Liquor next weekend. And maybe, but to be fair, Tanner, if England get to the Euro final, Legend of Liquor's got to get moved or cancelled. Because so, as much as I love Legend of Liquor, I hope that we have to move it. Because I want England to be in the final.
Not say the phrase yet.
I'm not saying anything.
Get to it Sunday. Let's get to Sunday. We got to get past Netherlands.
Netherlands are not an easy game.
Broke my heart.
Yeah.
Netherlands broke my heart yesterday.
I hope England's beat Netherlands to revenge the Turks. But yeah, not an easy game. That's Wednesday. So yeah, I'll be back this week anyway. You know where to find me. I'm on this channel. Go and check out the playlist, the podcast, all of that fun stuff. But always a good time. Just me and Tanner getting our turtles and tea love out there. So I'm going to go and put the kettle back on, make some more tea, and probably buy those turtles on Comic and Cocktails. Hopefully you bastards didn't buy them and they didn't sell out while I was live on YouTube. Bye-bye. Go and check out one of the other videos on the channel that are on the screen right now. Go and check out the playlist or the podcast version of Turtles and Tea. You can listen to it audio only if you have the YouTube app and you pay that premium pricing. Or, of course, just put it on in the background while you're working at home. Me and Tanner love talking Turtles, and there's hours of it on YouTube, all right? We appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one.